Valley Club, it is time to get your easy shards for Green Goblin and your easy but unnecessarily complicated shards for Void Knight. Also, make sure you claim this broken milestone before it's fixed. We're talking about all of these things and your questions from the mailbag because it's a special Tuesday edition of the Monday mailbag. And if you're ready for all of that, Valley Club, then you know what to do. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. I am back from vacation. I hope you're having a great day. In this video, we're talking about Green Goblin, Void Knight, how you can get some shards for these characters, and the broken milestone going on right now. But before we get to all that, if this is your first time here on the channel, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. At least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on the channel. Usually there's a lot more question and answer videos like this, review videos, gameplay videos, everything to help your experience in Marvel Strike Force. Let's get right into the broken milestone going on right now, and hopefully this is not fixed before this goes live. As you can see, this event is going to go live in a little bit less than an hour of me recording this, but as you can see, milestone 13, 163, a little over 163,000 points. Milestone 15 is a little over 195,000 points, but milestone 14, only 17,000 points. Hopefully this is not fixed when this goes live, and hopefully everybody gets these free gold promotion credits and these free T2 level ion orb fragments as well. So hopefully that's very, very simple one. So make sure you and your alliance are spending some ISO 8 campaign energy right when this goes live and get that. But let's talk about the other event going on right now. This symbiote of the spaceways for Void Knight shards, unnecessarily complicated. So we see the main scoring for this is spending ISO or normal campaign energy, which you should be doing anyway if you're trying to get to level 100. This is very easy to reach this milestone, especially if you're spending your 50 core refreshes. Kind of double dipping, trying to getting your commander level up as high as possible and getting scoring points of this event. The main variance in this is going to come from these symbiote surfer orb fragments. And where can you get those? Well, it is unnecessarily complicated where you can get these. Now, we look on the web, well, the first place you can get these is in their daily web milestones, also free claims on the web. So you can get those every day. But these next 2 milestones, why Scopely? Why so complicated? So you could get them in, you could get more of these shards in the ISO 8 campaign hard nodes, only on certain nodes and only on January 31st through February 2nd. So not running the whole time. Very strange for this kind of event. I don't know why they didn't do this on more nodes, and I don't know why they didn't just do this running the whole time. And then also on February 2nd, just in the Blitz battles for the quick Rumble Blitz. So yeah, this is gonna be an easy event. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty easy if you're pretty engaged to get this meta item, but why so complicated? Why not just during the Blitz battles? Why not just during ISO 8 campaigns? Let me know your thoughts on this event. There are some pretty good rewards for it. You got some alien spores here. The meta item, like I said, should be pretty easy to get if you're doing all the stuff, if you're a pretty engaged player. But let me know your thoughts on this event. For me, it's a little too complicated. I wish it was just ISO 8 campaigns or just blitzing, not some on one day, some on the other days. It's just unnecessary in my opinion. But let's talk about the next event going on, and that is the Green Goblin event. Green Goblin is back and it started yesterday. A lot easier to unlock with some new teams that we have and our bugged rewards right now. So maybe if you don't have a lot of shards for Green Goblin, you can get some of these first time rewards as well. As you know, you're gonna get these shards for Green Goblin and these red shards as well. But these first time rewards here, where you're getting 20 shards times 15 or times 10 or whatever. If you're inside the top 3%, you're getting the 20 shards times 8. So an additional 160 shards you're getting for these first time rewards. Hopefully they still remain for everybody that doesn't have Green Goblin unlocked. You get a bunch of extra shards for Green Goblin. But as far as these milestones, if you're in a place similar to me, and before these trials started, I was just short of 300 shards short of the next star for Green Goblin. So if you need less than 300 shards, well, what you can do, and this is what I did, and I may go back and do all of these, but if you're just looking for the most simple experience for this, because if you've already done good on your past experiences, what you can do is go to difficulty 7, equip all the scourges, and yes, you will sacrifice some of these rewards because you're only doing about a 1.1 million run, but or not doing some of these rebirth nodes or these new Avenger nodes, especially one with a double big time Spider-Man, it might be worth it just to do a very easy run and then get the rest of the unlock from the ranking rewards. Because what you're actually missing out on are these 25 shards of Green Goblin, some of these Gear 18 pieces, which if you're already through a Dark Dimension 6, you already have a lot of these, and some of these other pieces. Now, if you want to do a 1.3 million run, what you can do is go to difficulty 8, unselect all of them, and put World at War, and World, and this is it. Just equip these 3. Get a pretty decent difficulty 8 run, getting this score there, but that is what I did for this. Let me know what you're gonna do, but let's talk about these different traits here. The first one is Rebirth and New Avengers. That one you have to do. You can't skip through that. Next one is your city villains, and we got a lot more city villains that was added since the first time of the Green Goblin Trials, and pretty much what is gonna be the easiest selection here, especially if you did unlock Green Goblin in the first run, and maybe have a smaller Green Goblin, is your Sinister 6 / your Superior 6. You also have some of the Hive Mind characters here as well, in Carnage, Venom. You don't have a character like Void Knight, but you do have some of the other Hive Mind characters, but I think the best thing is gonna be your full Superior 6 if you have them built up enough. Black Cat is a great character, but I think the bonuses that you're gonna get from Superior / Sinister 6 is gonna be better for the city villain sections. Moving on, and that's gonna be for nodes 3 and 7. Moving on to the Global Blaster section, and this one is gonna be for nodes 4 and 8. The Global Blasters, decent choices here. This was a tougher section before, but now with the characters that we have unlocked, well, we have a lot of reworks for our X-Men. So Gambit, Cyclops, very, very good characters. You could also bring another mutant character like Archangel. You could bring another Extreme X-Men like Sunspot. And I think rounding out the team, well, you could use a character like Darkhawk. That's what I use in my early run. Another character like Sunspot would be great as well. The rest of these characters, I think you can leave on the bench, but you're gonna wanna use Extreme X-Men, all 3 of them, Archangel, and then either Sunspot, Darkhawk. You can use some of these other characters, give you some bonuses, especially if they've built up a bunch, like a Agent Venom or Winter Soldier, maybe even Ultron, but I think you got a lot of great choices for Global Blaster that we didn't have before. And obviously the tech section, a lot easier. This was a tougher section before, but now that most people's Pegasus are online for the raids, they weren't there before. There was a newer team when the Green Goblin Trials first started, and it was harder to get these characters built up. Yeah, we still had Kestrel and Kang, but a full Pegasus team I think is gonna be the easiest selection for a lot of these nodes. Yes, and if you struggle, you do have a Kang, you do have a Dr. Doom, you do have your Green Goblin and Doc Ock that you could bring in this section as well. But yeah, this is a lot easier. So good luck with maximizing the amount of shards that you can get for Green Goblin. But let's move on to your questions. This first one is actually not a question, but more of a theory, and I can't respond to this one because it's about Red Goblin. And even though I wasn't able to get on a test server because every time I tried this morning, we had system maintenance, because Red Goblin is on a test server, I won't be able to answer this one way or the other. But what the question says is, might be reading too much into this ValleyFlyin, but it looks like there's a decent chance Red Goblin is alien spores because of this offer. Talks about gearing up the Hive Mind team, right? It includes 22 experimental formula for Gwenum, suggests 22 uniques for each member of the Hive Mind. And it's interesting, they put 88 alien spores in there, almost like there's 4 other members of the Hive Mind and 22 uniques per member. So they have done these kind of offers in the past. They're uniques for whatever team they're promoting. Most recently, they did this with Extreme X-Men and with the Osmium, because both Gambit and Nightcrawler tickets, they had 44 of it. So 22 for Gambit, 22 for Nightcrawler. So if this offer is accurate to what is going in the game, then I would say yes. Unfortunately, there's a very good chance that Alien Spores is Red Goblin, but this could be an old offer as well, and that's what I'm hoping happened. I'm hoping that Red Goblin was the experimental formula, Gwenum was the alien spores. She got switched to experimental formula, so maybe it's 2 and 3. So Gwenum and Red Goblin take the experimental formula, and the rest of them take the alien spores. Or it could be exactly what you're proposing here, as the Gwenum takes the experimental formula, and the 4 members of the Hive Mind team takes the alien spores. I hope that's not how it is. I hope this is an older offer that didn't get switched, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like I said, I can't fully answer this one because even though I haven't seen it on the test server, because it's available on the test server, I can't say one way or the other. Moving on to the mailbag questions though. Hey Valley, can Scopely please give us more tunes that use the Bloodborne nanobots? The only one that use it right now, Phantomix, Misty Knight, and a few AIM minions. This has to be the most underutilized unique. Scopely, Please give it some love. I agree. And when I first read this question, I thought you were crazy. I misread this question. Thought you wanted more of this because you were missing them. I go, why? Yeah, you want to upgrade Phantom Mix? You want to upgrade Misty Knight? But then I read this question correctly. And yeah, you are exactly right. Not many tunes take this. Only Phantom Mix. Misty Knight and a few A-Minis. When I was looking this up, Misty Knight, she takes this. Who else? Just Phantom X, who you don't need at all. You need some gear on this character for Apocalypse. But once you have Apocalypse unlocked, you don't need to take this character up higher. And then the aim characters, yeah, aim, only aim. So yeah, this is definitely an underutilized unique. And speaking of Red Goblin, what his unique can be, screw the alien spores, screw the experimental formula, give him bloodborne nanobots as his unique. Nobody takes that. At least, yeah, there's a lot of trashy uniques in the game that nobody uses. This is one of them. Hopefully this is more distributed, not just taking astral energy or osmium for all these characters. I've been watching some of the upgrade level 100 videos, and I saw Hela as a yes and Scarlet Witch as a no. Got me thinking, how cool would it be to get a Scarlet Witch rework? She deserves a new zombie Scarlet Witch. It would be very, very cool. I do think if there's a new Undying character, it's going to be a totally new character. Like, they didn't give Iron Man a rework to put him on the Undying team. They gave a whole new character. If they do a zombie Scarlet Witch, I think it's going to be a whole new character. But yeah, Hela is a good character. I think she is worth building up to level 100. If you use her in War, if you use her in Cosmic Crucible, and Scarlet Witch is not good. So this would be a great choice, but yeah, I don't think it's going to be a rework to Scarlet Witch. I think it will be a new character. But yeah, Scarlet Witch, she's one of the most powerful characters in the MCU and one of the worst characters in Marvel Strike Force. So if they could just balance that off, I think that would be a little better. But yeah, it would be great if she's a really, really good character. Hey, Valley, what do you think is going to happen with Silver Surfer? He's merely a Blitz character at this point. He deserves to be a meta player. Our boy Norrin Rad needs our help. He does need our help. And I think one of the things that's really holding most players back from building him, and especially myself from bringing him, is the unique that he takes. He takes that astral energy. There's not a lot of characters, or there are a lot of characters that take that astral energy. If you look at this astral energy right now, most of my characters are built up, but characters like Apocalypse, Psylocke, you need that to build up Apocalypse. Icarus, a lot of great characters taste these astral energies. And if you look at my Silver Surfer right now, still at gear tier 15, because I don't want to spend this astral energy on Silver Surfer, because while he's a great character, great kid, his stats haven't really kept up with the meta, and he's not really on any team. So yeah, he needs our help. But I think instead of helping him, they made a Void Knight. They made a symbiote Silver Surfer. So instead of making helping Silver Surfer, they made a brand new one. And I think that's kind of a trend in the game for a while. Instead of reworking a character that people already have built that they can't sell, I think they have more incentive and more monetization incentive to make a brand new character that it can build up and people have to spend resources on. So I agree. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope they do rework Silver Surfer. Hey Val, I'm currently returning after a 2-year break. What major changes have I missed, and what should I be working on? For reference, my best teams are 720k Black Order, 620k Black Symbiotes, and a 530k Uncanny X-Men. So the Black Order will give you a little bit of value in War. They did recently get a rework for War, so they're going to get a little value there. I think the best teams that you need to start focusing on is Arena, and none of these teams really compete in Arena right now. So I would go after your Secret Defenders. Whenever Black Cat's event returns, go after her. But Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes, Miss Marvel, Hardlight, very, very good characters. You could probably skip Photon. She's more of a war character, but then start building your raid team. So if you or your alliance are doing the incursion raids, you're going to need to have that Bifrost team. You need to have that Pegasus team. Extreme X-Men are a newer team there. We're just starting with a Hive Mind, so focus on those. And then with any backup teams, you could focus on your Crucible and War teams, but focus on Arena and your raids right now. After you have them settled and you're able to do whatever your alliance can do in the raids, then and you're doing pretty good in Arena, then start building up Crucible or War and whatever you have for fun. So hopefully that helps. But yeah, I've always used that prioritization: Arena first, then raids, then Crucible, and then War. So hopefully building in that method helps you as well. Valley, looking for some mutants to upgrade for the Horseman Scourges. What would be your recommendations? As far as best mutants, well, you got the most recent team right down, the Extreme X-Men, featuring Gambit, Cyclops, Nightcrawler, Forge, Sunspot. They are going to be the best mutant team right now as a whole. You got other great mutant characters like Apocalypse, but you're on your road to unlocking Apocalypse. So I'm not going to mention them here, but we got 5 characters, Extreme X-Men. We also got older teams that still have some value. The Unlimited X-Men still has a little bit of value, or more certain characters like Gambit, Rogue, Dazzler will have a little more value than other characters like Phantom X and Sunspot. And then we have the Death Seed team, who still has value in War. They are great. I think you're going to get more value from Archangel than some of the other characters, but you also have a character that you might use in Cosmic Crucible like Omega Red, probably not on a Weapon X team, but as a hybrid character that fits into a lot of teams, Omega Red is good. And then a member of the New Warriors, Firestar, very, very good team in Cosmic Crucible. So you got a lot of options here. I would start with Extreme X-Men and then branch out to little pieces here and there. So other pieces, like I talked about, Miss Marvel, Hardlight, Rogue, maybe not the full Unlimited X-Men, but Rogue, Firestar, very good. Characters like Archangel, very good. And maybe pieces of the Death Seed, like maybe Nemesis, maybe Dark Beast, and then maybe if you're already doing Rogue, Dazzler. But I would focus on those characters as far as best mutants. Hey, Valley, I'm about to finish my first run of Dark Dimension 6. During my first run, I had a tough time in Cosmic. We're on Val, Photon, Kang, Icarus, and Kestrel. Now my second run, I plan to swap Icarus with super-skrull. You about bringing Dorm in as well. If I do, who should I swap out? Thanks in advance. So my first run of Dark Dimension had similar characters as you. I had Val, Photon, Kang, and Kestrel. My 5th was Ravager Stitcher, who did absolutely nothing. My second run was a very good run, and I think we one-shotted all those nodes with Val, Kang, Kestrel. We had super-skrull, and we built up Dormammu. Those 5 characters was able to one-shot all the cosmic nodes, so I would keep your plan of bringing up Skrull, replace Icarus, replace Photon. She's great in War, not as good in Dark Dimension, and not as good in Arena, so replace Photon as well, but keep Val. Try to use that ultimate as often as possible. Kang is very good, Kestrel is very good. So those are the 5 for Dark Dimension, brother. So that is it. Hopefully you and your alliance can claim these bug rewards, and hopefully you can claim these extra Green Goblin shards, and hopefully you could get as many Void Knight shards during this unnecessarily complicated event. But hopefully this video did help you in one of these things or all of these things. And if it did, leave it a like. It is free for you, and it tremendously helps on the channel. And if you want to check out what are the best teams to build in Marvel Strike Force, right from best to worst, make sure you check out the video up there, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your week. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.